People think I hate XRP, but they really just misunderstand me. My problem is the potential is cut. And why is that? It's because it's one of the most well-known coins on the planet. Everybody knows about XRP. Everybody is in XRP. I even buy it every single cycle. So, you gotta think about it. The fact that everybody knows about it, and the fact that everyone loves it, the fact that whatever the case may be, is the reason why it is even this high of a market cap. Because you love it, because you think it is going this place, that place, that's the exact reason it is at a higher market cap. Everything is priced in. And when I say everything is priced in, I really mean that. Give it a quick think. What do you believe in? What does everyone else believe in? The best case scenario. Everybody kind of believes the same thing, sort of like a hive mind. So if everybody believes in the same thing, then you have to realize that it's priced in. You think the banks are gonna use it? It's priced in. What you are seeing right now is basically the banks are in kind of price. And look at when XRP kind of won the SEC situation. Not clearly, but kind of won. Look what happened. It was barely a catalyst. It was a drop in the ocean. So even if the banks do start using it, it probably won't impact price the way you think it's gonna. And then look at the math. This is wrong. It's not 60 billion, it's 80 billion. So that makes the maths even more impactful. That will put it larger at Nvidia. And of course, Nvidia is going to go up in a bull run or whatever. But it's not going to be drastic like we get it in crypto. So even in a bull run, Nvidia is not going to 3 times, 5 times. But you think XRP is going to get that kind of multiple and outdo Nvidia, which is the most powerful company on the planet, for a very clear reason. AI is the future and already the present major thing. And look where it's sitting. Nvidia supplies graphic cards to all the major AI companies, and they're even going to start supplying to China. And look at the market cap. So how can it be possible that XRP is going to not only surpass Bitcoin, but the most powerful company, maybe in history, because AI is essentially everything right now, and it's probably going to get even worse. It's going to be at the center of everything. Now the next thing. You are kind of late. Wherever you bought that isn't close to the floor is late. You may think you bought at 20 cents, or even slightly under. You might think you're early, but you are not. You are buying a well-known coin, even if you got it during the bear market. You are not going to get your 50 times or 100 times. And back to what I said earlier, if everybody is buying, if everybody got some, if more people are going to buy, who's left to buy? If majority of who was going to buy is already in it, and the people who are coming in are just leftovers or the last waves to buy it, and they're just sprinkling in, who's going to buy? The tsunami is done. The biggest wave of money in this is done. It's all the people holding right now. All the people coming in the next few years, months, whatever the case may be, they are going to be sprinkles of water, not a tsunami. Even if they come in to drop 100k, it's not going to add up because there's not enough people that's going to put that amount of money into it. The people who would put that amount of money in it is already in the project. And don't forget, even when people are putting that type of money and have already put that type of money, there's people selling on that other end. People who got in at an actual early price. Don't forget, there's people who are not just thinking that they are early. There are people that are actually early and bought the floors. They are always going to be selling. So a guy can come in, drop $1 million. There's gonna be a dinosaur, a relic, a guy that's been here since the start, that's going to give you sell pressure. And I am sure there's countless people like that. Some of them may have missed the previous highs and they thought it's going higher and it never. Maybe they got greedy despite buying so low. So they said no to the 100 times, 500 times, 800 times, whatever the case may be. So they are now waiting for the next wave. So when the next wave comes and you think XRP is on a 50 times, 100 times, whatever the case may be, once it 3, 5, 8 times, those people who missed their last shot at getting massive profit is going to take the shot now, and it's going to be massive sell pressure. So it's not just up, up, up. You got to think about the people that's going to bring the price down. And believe me, there's a lot of people, I know a lot of people that must their shot. People who are holding right now and they already are in a lot of profit, but they are waiting for bigger targets. And once they get those bigger targets, and I don't mean unreasonable ones, I mean reasonable bull targets. Once they get those targets, they are going to sell. And that's going to give them their dreams, but it's going to get in the way of the extreme bulls, the extreme XRP maxis. So it's XRP holders standing in the way of XRP holders. So it's realistic people versus delusional people, basically. And that brings us to this. The delusional members of the XRP community. It's a hive mind. They basically all want to just hold till those impossible figures. They are not realizing how many people are going to sell on them on the way up, no matter how big the momentum is. They forget that momentum goes both ways, because they are so glued onto the idea that they are going to get their $100,000, $10,000, that XRP is going to be the bank of the world and stuff. They just either forget or they completely dismiss all the sellers out of pure bias. You can't be an investor with that mentality. It goes both ways. And the people waiting to sell are not jokes. They are rich. And they are rich people who missed their opportunity, so they are more hungry to claim redemption. Imagine, they were kind of, in a way, delusional, but they aren't as delusional. So once they got the opportunity and messed it up, they learned from the mistake, they got burned. So they are coming in with a more aggressive mentality to sell. And there's quite a few people like that. Despite how many people are delusional, there's a lot of people who are more on the realistic side, waiting for that sell pressure. And remember, institutions are investing in this. And no matter what they believe in, they need strict risk tolerance to be profitable. And they also manage other people's funds. So they can't afford to mess up other people's funds, or their company reputation is going to go down. So they are going to take things at a reasonable price because of their risk tolerance. So that's another wave of sell pressure you got to be aware of. So it's not just rich XRP holders who learn from the mistake. It's fund managers, institutions who are going to sell at those prices. So if they are selling at those prices and rich XRP guys are selling at those prices, do you have any idea how much momentum you need to break through those people? Where is it gonna come from? Where is it gonna come from if you're all already there? Now, some people think that I'm saying this because I believe it's going to zero, or I believe it's gonna stay stagnant. I actually don't believe that. I believe XRP is going to do well in the bull market. It could even 10 times. But because I'm not believing in their delusional opinions, they hate me and they just take it as I'm saying it's going to be 0. But it's not the same thing at all. 2 to 8 times in a market that's bullish to them is hate. How is that reasonable? How are you even an investor with that mentality? So I don't know. I really don't know if these guys are gonna fix their mentality. But if you are watching this video and if you even made it this far, if you're one of these people, please reconsider how you approach the markets. If you're not one of these people, well done. But yeah, hope this video was of some value to you. But man, cults are so bad in crypto. You can't be part of a cult when you're an investor. Because once you're in a cult, the biggest problem is logic completely fades away. You're just in an echo chamber where you all just yell the same delusional take, the same bullshit. And you reinforce each other's ideology. And then you just go further down the wrong type of rabbit hole. You cause more damage to yourself. You cause a lot more potential damage. And you're ruining every upcoming market for yourself. Because as the delusion strengthens, you're gonna get the next cycle. You're gonna be able to make amazing life-changing money, but you're gonna say no to it. Because it's not what the echo chamber says. And then you're gonna go through the next cycle and it could even be bigger targets. But what will you do? You will reject it once again because it's not your main targets. It's not the delusional targets. And it's just gonna go on and on and on until it either stops pumping, it maybe reaches equilibrium at a strong, decent price like $30, $25, $20, or it just goes down towards bear market territory and stays there. And then you're never gonna get an opportunity to sell at a good profit, ever. So I don't know, man. I don't know why you want to be like that. But it's your money. You do what you want.